So you alternate between TV and radio each week. You have a group of around 13, 14 people, where you keep in contact over Facebook, and each week in between the previous news day, the roles are determined. You can't do the same role that you did last week. It's good to have variety. So if a person's presented one week, they have to work in the gallery or editor or producer. So it's a really good way to sort of test yourself in areas that you wouldn't normally place yourself in. It improves the way you are able to tolerate with people and put other people's perspectives before your own, and sort of be able to compromise. So I think the challenge of ultimately realising that you're all working towards the same thing and not to let your ego get the better of you is something that is difficult, but ultimately it's a learning curve. We're still at university, and for you to make the errors that you're making now, it's good because then you'll learn from them.
Definitely learn from them.
Yeah, 100%.
So you'd say teamwork, even though it's great, it was always the hardest challenge?
Yeah, I think the most difficult scenarios that I've had in the news have been either due to lack of communication, or not on my behalf. But
that's what we can relate.
No. Sometimes it's been on my behalf. Sometimes it's been on someone else's, and also in our group particularly, we've had numerous people drop out of university just end of. So, and then you have a lot of people turning up ill. So it's just being able to adapt. But that's the news. That's the work that you're going to have to be able to deal with when you're working in a newsroom. You're going to have to be able to adapt on the day, so it's good. For me, I enjoy presenting, but that's just because I enjoy being in front of the camera and stuff. But I must say, if it wasn't for the news days that we've been able to have at Salford University, I wouldn't have felt as comfortable as I do now going in the gallery, working on my editing skills and stuff like that. So I do find it really interesting. Obviously, some things aren't for everybody, but I do think it's a really valuable experience, probably the best part of uni for me.
So you say it progresses your development, ready to go on to be a presenter, or if you have to work your way up by writing and being in the gallery?
Yeah, I think it improves your overall understanding of the profession, definitely. On-the-day reporting has been one of the most fun things for me, just going and finding a story, doing really quirky, different news pieces that you wouldn't normally do yourself. Obviously everyone has their own interests and they have an idea in mind of what they want to do, but you won't get opportunities like this when you're out of university to do things that you wouldn't necessarily want to do, but you find out that you really enjoy. So, yeah.